After 60, eating the wrong type of fish can quietly harm your health. Certain fish are loaded with mercury, chemical contaminants, and antibiotics that build up in the body over time. These toxins attack the brain, weaken the heart, strain the kidneys, and suppress the immune system. For seniors, this is especially dangerous because the body processes toxins more slowly with age. Regularly consuming high mercury or contaminated fish has been linked to memory loss, faster cognitive decline, high blood pressure, heart disease, and higher risks of several cancers. The problem is that many of the most popular fish on the market are also the most harmful. Large predatory species accumulate mercury as they age. Farmed varieties raised in poor conditions are treated with antibiotics and fed unnatural diets that reduce their nutritional value. These choices don't just cancel out the benefits of eating fish, they can actively increase the risk of disease. That's why it's critical for people over 60 to be selective. Knowing which fish to avoid and which fish to include can mean the difference between raising your risk of illness or protecting your heart, brain, and overall vitality. One of the worst choices for seniors is king mackerel. This species is consistently ranked among the highest in mercury contamination. Mercury is a heavy metal that accumulates in fish as they grow, and when it enters the human body, it attacks the nervous system. For people over 60, mercury exposure is especially damaging because it accelerates memory decline, increases the risk of tremors, balance problems, and cognitive disorders, and places additional stress on the cardiovascular system. Even small amounts eaten regularly can build up in tissues and create long-term problems that are difficult to reverse. What makes it more dangerous is that many people assume all mackerel is healthy, but king mackerel is in a category that should be completely avoided, especially for seniors. Swordfish is another fish that becomes more dangerous with age. As a large predator at the top of the food chain, swordfish absorbs mercury from all the smaller fish it eats. This makes it one of the most contaminated fish available for sale. Seniors who consume swordfish put themselves at risk of higher blood pressure, weakened circulation, and neurological issues like poor concentration, slow reaction time, and even early signs of dementia. For people with pre-existing conditions such as high cholesterol, heart disease, or diabetes, the toxic load from swordfish can push the body into even greater stress. Because of these risks, health authorities around the world recommend seniors completely avoid swordfish to reduce toxic exposure. Tilapia is one of the most widely consumed fish in the world because it is inexpensive and easy to find, but for seniors it is one of the worst choices. Most tilapia sold in stores is farm-raised under poor conditions. In many countries, tilapia are kept in overcrowded ponds, treated with antibiotics, and fed processed grain-based pellets instead of their natural diet. This drastically changes the nutritional profile of the fish. Instead of being rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which fight inflammation and protect the heart, farm tilapia contains high levels of omega-6 fats. Excess omega-6 promotes inflammation in the body, raising the risk of arthritis flare-ups, cardiovascular disease, and even metabolic issues such as insulin resistance. For people over 60 who already struggle with inflammation and slower recovery, eating tilapia regularly can make those problems worse. Shark is another fish that seniors should avoid completely. Like swordfish, sharks are large predators that live long lives, which means they accumulate extremely high levels of mercury and other heavy metals. Eating shark exposes the body to toxic elements that damage the nervous system, slow down brain function, and weaken the immune system. Mercury also puts additional strain on the kidneys and liver, organs that already process more slowly with age. For seniors, the long-term effect of eating shark can include memory decline, higher risk of stroke, and greater vulnerability to chronic diseases. Even occasional consumption can be harmful since mercury remains stored in the body for years. Because of this, shark is considered one of the most dangerous seafood options, especially for older adults who need to protect their heart, brain, and immune system. One of the best choices for seniors is wild-caught salmon. Unlike farmed salmon, wild salmon lives in a natural environment and feeds on its natural diet, which makes it one of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s reduce inflammation, lower triglycerides, improve circulation, and protect against heart attacks and strokes, conditions that become more common after 60. Wild salmon is also a great source of vitamin D, which supports bone strength, and astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that protects brain cells from aging. For seniors who want to preserve memory and energy, salmon is one of the most valuable fish to include regularly. Sardines are another excellent option. Because they are small and low on the food chain, they contain almost no mercury or toxins. At the same time, they are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, and vitamin B12. For seniors, this combination supports both heart health and bone density, two areas that tend to decline with age. Eating sardines even a few times a week can provide more omega-3s than many supplements. They are also easy to find canned, which makes them a convenient and affordable way to get high-quality nutrition without worrying about contamination. Rainbow trout, when farm-raised under U.S. standards, is also considered one of the safest fish for seniors. Unlike poorly farmed tilapia, U.S. farmed trout is produced under strict regulations that limit the use of antibiotics and ensure cleaner conditions. Trout is high in protein, omega-3s, and vitamin B6, all of which support metabolism, circulation, and nerve health. It is also relatively low in mercury, making it a safe choice for regular meals. For seniors looking for variety beyond salmon, rainbow trout is a reliable option that delivers the same protective benefits without the risks found in cheaper farmed fish. Herring is another small oily fish that deserves a place in the diet after 60. Like sardines, herring is rich in DHA and EPA, two forms of omega-3 that are directly linked to brain health and reduced risk of dementia. It also contains vitamin D and selenium, both of which strengthen the immune system and protect against cellular damage. Because herring is also low in mercury, it provides all of these benefits without the risks of contamination. For seniors, adding herring to the diet supports memory, vision, and joint health while helping to maintain steady energy levels. For people over 60, fish can either be one of the most powerful tools for health or one of the greatest hidden risks. Choosing the wrong types, like king mackerel, swordfish, tilapia, or shark, loads the body with mercury, harmful fats, and toxins that speed up aging, damage the brain, and strain the heart. On the other hand, the right choices, wild-caught salmon, sardines, rainbow trout, and herring supply the nutrients that protect memory, improve circulation, strengthen bones, and reduce inflammation. The difference comes down to knowing which fish to avoid and which ones to trust. This isn't about complicated diets or restrictions. It's about making smarter decisions with what goes on your plate. Each safe, nutrient-rich serving supports the systems that matter most after 60: your brain, your heart, your bones, and your immune defense. 6 months from now, you can either feel the damage of poor choices or notice the strength, clarity, and energy that come from eating the right foods consistently. If you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more senior health tips. And let me know in the comments, type yes if you already eat some of these healthy fish, or no if you're just learning which ones to add to your diet today. Your health after 60 is not about luck. It's about knowledge, prevention, and consistent choices. And something as simple as the fish you eat can either shorten or strengthen the years ahead.